Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be playing Clash Royale. As you can see, I am in Arena 7, I'm about 2200 trophies right now, I'm still a level 7. I am using the Hug and Freeze deck. I know some people think it's kinda like a dirty deck, but I don't really care because it's still very effective unless the enemy has a lot of distractions like this guy has. He's a level 8, he has the Inferno Tower, which is very frustrating for me because I need the Hug Rider to reach the tower. And because this guy has the Inferno Tower in the way, I am going to deploy some minions to try to take it out, but he responds with the minion horde, which I am going to take out with my arrows. That's a very nice trade right there, that's 3 elixir to take 5 elixir out. And because I missed some of my arrows, this guy starts laughing at me and he decides to drop his Valkyrie all the way in the back. Then he's going to deploy some goblins on the right tower side and his balloon as well. So I'm gonna respawn with my first my goblins, and then he freezes mine, so I freeze him back. And then I'm going to deploy some minions to take the balloon out as fast as possible because that thing does a shitload of damage. And as you can see, after taking out the balloon, my minions still managed to reach his tower and do some damage. And now I'm just gonna wait for him to do something, and as you can see, he decided to play another elixir pump. He still doesn't do anything, and then decides to play his Inferno Tower behind the left tower, which is perfect for my Hug Rider because then it will be able to go straight to the tower, and I can deploy my freeze spell as well to freeze the Inferno Tower and the tower, and maybe even some troops he deployed. So I'm just gonna do that right now. But as you can see, this guy decides to play a minion horde and a Valkyrie, which made me panic a little bit, so I horribly fail my freeze spell, which he laughs at. So that made me kinda angry, like, are you really laughing at me, bro, for real? So I take his minion horde out with my arrows and then gonna try to take the balloon out with the minions. He decides to freeze my tower, but that doesn't really matter because the balloon won't reach my tower yet. And now we have stopped that push, we are going to counter it with my Hug and Freeze. I'm gonna deploy my spare goblins as well, but yet again I fail because he decides to play his minion horde and Inferno Tower in the way, and I basically completely miss my freeze spell, which is quite annoying, but we'll get through it. I get back to defending again, spare some elixir to start up a counter attack as well. I decide to play my fireball on this Inferno Tower to take it out. And then I'm gonna deploy my Hog Rider. I'm gonna freeze his tower. And on the right side he attacks with his minion horde and balloon, so I decide to arrow his minion horde and balloon, but that didn't do much to him. The balloon only gets 1 hit on my tower, which is a lot of damage by the way, as you can see. But then we are basically very close to each other right now. He decides to play his Inferno Tower. I'm going to freeze that while my Hug is at it. And as you can see, I decide to play another fireball, and now my Hug is going to destroy it with 1 hit, and there we go, the 1-0 victory right there in Arena 7 against the level 8. And okay guys, so now that is done, we are going to do a fun challenge against a trainer. I'm going to use a very strange epic deck, a deck full of epics. Basically I'm going to use the Skeleton Army, the Witch, the Giant Skeleton, the Mirror, the Poison Spell, the Dark Prince, the Goblin Barrel and the Baby Dragon. So let's get straight to it guys, it's going to be a live attack, so let's go. Okay guys, so as you can see we are playing against Trainer Dent. He is a level 8 player actually, and as you can see as well, my starting deck is not as great as I hoped it would be. So I'm just gonna decide to put my Witch all the way in the back and let it go there. To start sparing some elixir for a shield, basically a tank for her. He decides to react with a bomb thrower, a knight and spare goblins and skeletons as well on the left side, which basically made me have to defend it. And that's why my Witch is going to be very, ineffective. It's going to basically be taken out without doing anything. So I decide to react with my Baby Dragon on the left side. He decides to play some spare goblins and skeletons as well. Whoa man, he's just spamming troops right now. But it doesn't really matter because my Baby Dragon has taken them all out. I decide to play my Giant Skeleton all the way in the back. It's basically going to be the tank for my Witch. So I'm sparing for my Witch right now. Before that I throw a Goblin Barrow to do some extra damage on his tower. Now I've got enough for the witch as well. I'm gonna deploy that right behind him. As you can see, this guy is defending very heavily. My giant skeleton has almost been taken out already, which is quite unfortunate, and that's why I'm gonna deploy a Dark Prince on there as well. As you can see, they made it through. They have reached the tower right now, which means that that tower is basically gone. My Dark Prince is still alive. He's going for the crown tower right now with the the witch behind it as well. Okay, the Dark Prince has been taken out now. The baby dragon is still on the left doing some extra damage on the tower. As you can see, this guy keeps spamming little cheap troops basically, so I'm gonna deploy another baby dragon to take those all out. He decides to play a bomb thrower against my dragon. Alright, that's not the very best thing you can do, but whatever. I'm still waiting to get some elixir all together, and then I'm going to start doing the same moves as I just did, which actually made it past the right tower and made it halfway to the crown tower. So there we go, giant skeleton with my witch behind it. He decides to zap my skeleton army, which has a huge loss of elixir because that's 2 elixir for 4 elixir right there, and he almost took all of my skeletons out. He decides to react with another bomb thrower, which is quite unfortunate because it did quite a lot of damage actually, way more than I expected it to be. But there we go, my Dark Prince and giant skeleton and the witch have reached the giant tower right now. I mean the crown tower. There we go, his bomb is going to do a shitload of damage. The witch is still shooting at it. It's starting to get really low health right now. I don't think we will make it the free crown actually, but at least we won with a full epic deck. I'm gonna try to deploy my goblin barrel right there, and no free 0 crown victory, but at least we made it with a full epic deck against Trainer Dent. He was a level 8 guy. He used a lot of spamming troops actually, which is quite unfortunate, but we still made it anyway. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys, and if you enjoyed watching it as well, please let me know by leaving a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.